But let's get into NXT TakeOver stand and deliver predictions for Night 1 and Night 2, starting with a newly made match as of Wednesday night. Pete Dunne versus Kushida. Who goes over here?
I'll go with Pete Dunne.
Okay.
I feel like we thought Kushida was going to go after Gargano again, but never really got to that point. So I like Pete Dunne. I'm not the biggest Kushida fan, so I would roll with Dunne. I just feel like he's more valuable than Kushida is.
They're both coming off losses at the last TakeOver, so both guys kind of need a notable win. That's why I'm kind of torn here. Dunne pinned Balor. I mean, that has not been spoken about at all, but he pinned Balor in that six-man tag team match right after TakeOver, and they completely forgot about it, so I don't know what the fuck the deal with that was. But of the two, I'll say Pete Dunne. They'll probably build him up for something bigger, although a Kushida win, I wouldn't complain. Tag team titles here. MSK, Grizzled Young Vets, Legado del Fantasma. This should be great. I was wondering why it didn't have a ladder match stipulation, because NXT loves their ladder matches, but we're getting one on night 2, which we'll get to momentarily. But of the three teams, who walks out as the new tag team champions now that Lorcan and Birch are out? I say Grizzled Young Vets. That, to me, makes the most sense.
Yeah, that's who our pick was to win the Dusty Classic. MSK won, but I would have Grizzly Young Vets win, and then you can have MSK in chase mode, so that's what I would do.
This is random, but I was thinking about this last week. Actually, Alexis brought this up. You know how, like, with the women's tag team titles, they had, what was I going to say? They gave the titles to Kai and Gonzalez because they won the tournament, so they just automatically gave it to them. Why did they just, I mean, I know why, because they wanted to make a match for TakeOver, but why wouldn't they just give the men's tag titles to MSK now that Lorcan and Birch are hurt because they won the men's tournament? Like, wouldn't that just make sense? Because they were also owed a title shot anyway.
I mean, it's just. I mean, they technically maybe they'll win on Saturday, and that's like them getting the belts. But
maybe.
I mean, I think it's more just to add another match since they have 2 nights, and the match to add to the card that's addressed.
Oh no, it absolutely is. I'm just saying logically, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's wrestling. There's never any logic.
No, I know. We get to the 6-man gauntlet eliminator. Leon Ruff, Isaiah Swerve, Scott Bronson, Reed, Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis, and L.A. Knight. I've said this before, but Dexter Lumis beat Gargano weeks ago. He's been feuding with him ever since. He's beaten Theory a bunch of times. I mean, I feel like this match is made for Dexter Lumis to win. Maybe Bronson Reed, but I think Lumis coming in at number 5 basically gives away that he's winning the whole thing. Yeah,
I mean, it makes no sense. Like you said, he beat Gargano, and then now he's in this fucking title eliminator gauntlet match, whatever the hell you want to call it. So I honestly am not the biggest Dexter Lumis fan, and you know, I just think the guy bores me to tears. I mean, if anything, make him a heel. Him as a babyface literally does nothing for me. Mm-hmm. So I guess you could do him and Gargano again. I mean, I just don't think he'll win. I think Gargano versus LA Knight is way more intriguing to me, or Bronson Reed than Dexter Lumis at this point.
Yeah, we'll get to that North American Championship match at some point in a minute, and I hope he doesn't win it. But Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT United Kingdom Championship. Walter is defending his title the next day against Rampage Brown, so I think it's safe to say that he's not losing here.
Yeah, Walter wins, LOL. But seriously, I mean, Walter's going to win here. I think this would be a great match. I think this could give Walter and Ilya a run for probably like one of Walter's best matches. Like, that match was amazing last year, but I think him and Ciampa could even top that. So I think this would be a good match. I think Walter winning, I mean, obviously, but I think this could be a great hard-hitting affair and be one of the matches people are talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Walter's a match of the year machine. I mean, between his matches with friggin' Pete Dunne that we saw in person, Ilya, Tyler Bate, which was great. I mean, the guy fucking kills it against everybody that he's in the ring with, so this should be a great match, too. Main event, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez for Night 1 NXT Women's Championship. Raquel's got the upper hand so often that I think there's a chance Io might win with Dakota Kai inadvertently interfering. And there's a good chance Shirai retains, but I'm going to stick with Raquel winning the championship here.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Raquel, but like you said, she's been getting the upper hand on Io so much lately. I got to go with Io here. I mean, I like Raquel. I think she still needs a little bit more time. Like you said, if her, if Kai accidentally cost her, and then they can do a program with her and Kai, and then have her face Io. Just give her a little bit more time to be built. I think she's good. I think she just needs a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more credibility, and maybe that. I think she's the one that'll probably beat Io, but I think Io's going to retain next week.
We'll see. NXT Women's Tag Team titles, Ember Moon and Shotzi versus The Way. I mean, The Way's already lost twice, so this is where they win the championships. I mean, Ember Moon and Shotzi just won the damn thing, so I'm going to say they win, but, like, The Way's already lost twice to them.
Yeah, I don't know. The women's tag team belts, Jesus Christ.
It's pointless.
Yeah, I would say Shotzi. I mean, you can't have the belts change again, can you? I would stick with Shotzi and Ember, but I mean, you could have The Way win and have 3 different champions in less than a month. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, unsanctioned match. This is going to be awesome. I think Kyle O'Reilly wins it here.
Oh yeah, Kyle's going to win this. This is going to be a great match. I think this could be another one of those we'll be talking about at the end of the year matches. I think, like I said, I think this match deserves the stipulation. It has a story. These guys are best friends in a group for the last couple of years. They're lighting the world on fire. Adam turns his back. I mean, this is like Ciampa Gargano on steroids.
Yep.
I think the story itself's there. I think both these guys are great. And like I said, I think this would be one of those matches we talk about at the end of 2021 as being one of the best matches of the year.
I completely agree. Gargano, does he retain his title against the winner of the Gauntlet Eliminator?
No, he doesn't.
No? Okay.
I don't know who he's facing, but I don't think he'll win.
Okay, I'm thinking we're getting new tag team champions. I think with the amount of title chances we're getting, I think he's going to retain, but that's just me. NXT Cruiserweight Championship, obviously we're getting a definitive champion here, Devlin Escobar, ladder match. This is going to be great. I'm really excited for it. I got Devlin winning. I think Escobar is on to bigger and better things, hopefully.
Yeah, I was going to say Devlin as well. I love Santos Escobar, but I think, like you said, he is destined for bigger and better things. He's been a great champion, as Cruiserweight champion. I just feel like he's so pigeonholed with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be better than that, and hopefully you can start getting him in that North American title reign. So I would have Devlin win here and have Escobar go to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I agree. And then we get to the main event, Finn Balor, Karrion Kross, NXT Championship. I feel like unless Karrion's getting called up, he should probably win here.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless he gets called up, I would go with Karrion here. I mean, I think there's a good chance he gets called up after WrestleMania. So, I see, like, that's what sucks, though, because I feel like there is a good chance he'll get called up. I'll go with Kross, but I wouldn't be surprised if he loses and debuts on Raw the next tonight or next week.